Your date is a 10, but it has one thing you don't like that is enough to make you lose interest, walk away. What would that thing be? Once a man started singing to me on our first date after asking me if like Disney, then saying really intensely that, "I know the woman I end up with will love Disney as much as I do." Then he started singing A Whole New World really loudly in the restaurant we were in, and everybody was staring, and the waitress ran over and told him he needed to stop as he was disturbing other tables, and his response? "These people are lucky they aren't having to pay for a performance like this." If I could have melted under the table, I would have. I actually put my mask back on just to be as unrecognizable as possible. I left before our food came, and he actually tried to run after me and kiss me. I like Disney. I don't like crazy people. I want, so bad, to have been in that restaurant that night. If they clearly know they're a 10 and believe everyone around them, including me, should be grateful they are gracing us with their physical perfection. I had a guy like this harass me because it just did nothing for me. I think it was his first time ever hearing no to a hookup. We met in a swingers club, so a no can feel really personal there. I had to get the police to go to his apartment and threaten a protection order. If they repeatedly make fun of me in front of their friends and say they are just kidding. There's a thin line between banter and outright cruelty. Schrodinger's douchebag, a guy who says offensive things and decides whether he was joking based on the reaction of people around him. My ex did this to me constantly, completely fucked up my self-esteem. I enjoy a good roast session, but calling me a dumb slut constantly, then just playing it off like it's a joke, just isn't funny or cute. Being on their phone the whole time. Yes. And staring at their smartwatch, I watch with every alert that rolls in. Talking shit about other people to make themselves look good. In this same vein, being shitty to service people in general. They litter. This is underrated. A person could be hot as fuck, but if they throw their garbage on the ground, or leave their shopping cart in a parking space, I just cannot tolerate that shit. Back when I worked as a bagger in retail, we had a regular who would always just push her cart towards the outside of the parking lot. She said she didn't ever take it to a return because that's what they pay us baggers for. Bitch, I'm making $7.25, I don't get paid to do that shit. This kinda stuff makes me so irrationally angry. Being mean to everyone including me because the only thing he likes in life is himself. Reading is for morons. This was the shortest date I have ever been on. Left her sitting at the table before we ordered. She probably wouldn't have been able to read the menu anyways. Oh, I hate learning, is one I got on a date once. Like, what the fuck are you planning to do with the rest of your life? Watch The Bachelorette all day. I had a date tell me that she didn't really want to date a guy who reads a lot, just somebody who looks like they might read a lot. Their profile said that they were looking for a guy who would spend time in a library. They did not like it when I took that to mean that books that we like would be an appropriate topic of conversation over coffee. They did a long, drawn-out, expensive divorce just to punish their ex. Or hold their kid over their ex-partner's head just to spite them, or use them as pawns to get anything they want. They only talk about themselves and have no interest in anything I say. I'd rather not date a narcissist. This just happened to me. It's super uncomfortable noticing something like that. I didn't even think to relate that to narcissism at the moment, but you're right. She's addicted to IG. I dumped a woman for this reason. It was so annoying. The phone was in my face for everything we did together. Dude, my wife wants to take photos of fucking everything, then gets mad at me because I'm not also taking photos of everything. Can't a man just experience some shit? Does it really all have to be documented? If they are mean to animals. I went on a date once with a girl that bragged about her and her pals kicking a seagull to death on a night out and laughed about it. I had to leave after that. Yeah, seagulls can be annoying, especially if you live near the sea. I'd never want to hurt one though, and especially never want to kill one. That shit was just, nope. Only time I've left a date, to be honest. She listened to nothing but Neil Diamond, like nothing at all. I mean, I like Andy just fine, but she had like 200 tapes and records of nothing but Neil Diamond, nothing else. Nothing. They think the earth is flat. Listen, it's a symptom of a bigger problem of not thinking critically. It's little things like that which really show you how somebody tackles facts. Oh, believing the earth is flat is no little thing. If If they are rude to the waiter waitress, automatic deal breaker. That attitude in general is a major turn-off. Where I once used to work, I had the hots for a woman working in admin. One day I was in her office once trying my best to add innocent flirtation when the cleaning lady came by to tidy up and empty the trash. My sort of crush, who was on the phone at the time, pointed towards the door and barked, "Later!" The cleaning lady, who we all really liked and appreciated, could only sulk out. This once very attractive woman was suddenly nothing but ugly in my eyes. I avoided her from then on. Literally, if she was not a nice person. Yeah, what's the use of just a pretty face? I went on a date once with a guy who started flirting with a waitress in front of me, who was 2 decades younger than him and visibly uncomfortable. Edit, I'm 30, dude is 45-ish, waitress was probably early 20s. She was not our waitress, but she worked near our section. He kept commenting on her ass to me, as a poor attempt to bond with me because I'm bi. Then he called her over, reminder, she was not our waitress, to ask her where she bought her jeans because they look so nice. She smiled awkwardly, said thanks, and left. Reminder to all those who seem to have forgotten waiters' livelihoods are based on tips, meaning they are required to be nice to you. If you think they're flirting back, get a grip. You have to convert to my religion if you want this to be serious. Fuck that, I'm out. I don't understand how people don't find it disrespectful if someone joins their religion without true belief. My mom is Jewish and my dad was raised Roman Catholic. Before they got serious, she was very nervous to broach the subject with him and basically said she couldn't be with him if us kids couldn't be Jewish. My dad was fine with it, and to this day he has never converted, but we joke about how while we were growing up, he was a better Jew than like half of our synagogue's congregation. My high school girlfriend, upon learning that I believed in evolution, broke down into tears and said, "I don't think I can marry someone who believes in evolution." We were 16, 17, and had been dating for a few months. They want an open relationship. Nothing against it for people who want to be in one, but I'm purely monogamous. It's happened before. I'd hope they were at least upfront about that. Not like several months into the relationship and then they tell you. Someone showed this to my ex. Vastly different political viewpoint. It's not even that I can't take other points of view. I've got plenty of friends that fall across the entire political spectrum, but in a romantic relationship, if we have fundamentally different worldviews, it's not gonna work out in the long run. You are right, both should have goals in common, and with different thoughts it would be difficult to have them, and even reach them, or something tiring. Instagram influencer? Seriously. A friend of a friend streams on YouTube, I guess? I haven't actually watched any of his stuff. He joined us on a trip into the city, and filmed every single thing. People, dancers, buildings, food, me, each person in THR group, and of course himself, talking to his phone, every fucking minute. It was obnoxious. Eats with their mouth open. Peace out. My mother-in-law makes little moans and noises the whole time she eats. Makes me want to stab myself in the ears. I've shared this before, but one time I went out on a first date with this girl I met online. I thought she was very attractive, and we had so much common that I thought she was perfect. In addition to that, we seemed to hit off well through texts, so I figured this date would go well. We're at this bar, and she suggests we play a people-watching game where we try to make up backstories for the other people there. I thought it sounded fun, especially since I played a similar game with friends on the train sometimes. Plus it felt like a good icebreaker to get us talking. Well, she managed to take all the fun out the game by being ridiculously cruel in all her assumptions for no real reason at all. It felt like she was projecting issues she had onto these people. Like one guy was sitting at the bar alone, could have been waiting for someone, you never know. But because he was alone, he was a fucking loser with no friends that hates his life. Completely killed the mood, and I lost all interest in her after that. I just couldn't see myself going on a second date with someone like that, even if she checked all other boxes. They smoke. Surprised this is so far down. A date that is controlling is an immediate turn-off for me. I do not want to feel like I'm on a leash. I value my freedom as much as the air that I breathe. I don't care how gorgeous you are. If you don't have a good sense of humor, I'm going to have to pass. She smells. Bad hygiene is huge. People, please learn how to shower properly, wear clean clothes, and brush your teeth. It's not rocket science. Just look clean and tidy, be polite, and you're already miles ahead of other people. Referring to themselves or the people around them as numbers. Do you mean the 1 to 10 scale or something else? It's extremely juvenile. If a person's entire personality can be boiled down to a single number rating, they're too boring to date. They're already talking about sex. Like I just sat down and haven't even given my drink order, and he wants to know if he can order my taco. If they push their religious viewpoints on me, there will be no second date. It's one thing to discuss and share points of view, but when it turns into, repent or you'll burn for eternity, I'm gone. What's your ultimate deal breaker? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.